Have you ever seen a fish suddenly shoot to the surface, gulp some air, and then zoom right back down like a tiny torpedo? Well, that's something Corydoras do all the time. And today I'm going to tell you why these little fish behave like this and the amazing way they're actually able to breathe air. Hello you guys! Welcome back to Tank Life TV. Today we are talking about the cleanup crew in my aquarium. Right now I have two cleaners working in the tank, Corydoras and Siamese algae eaters. Let's start with the Corydoras. Corydoras, often called Cory catfish, are small, peaceful bottom-dwelling fish that are very popular in aquariums. They're friendly, always active, and they spend most of their time exploring the bottom of the tank. I originally bought 4 Corys when they were really tiny, and now they've grown to almost 2 inches. It's been really fun watching them grow and seeing their personalities. So how exactly do Corys help clean the bottom of the tank? First, they use their tiny whiskers called bowels. These little whiskers help them feel and smell food hidden in the sand or gravel. Second, these cleanup fish love to sift through the substrate. They pick up small bits of sand or debris in their mouths and search for edible particles like leftover fish food, tiny organisms, or bits of organic matter. Then they simply push the sand back out through their gills. They're also constantly foraging. Corydoras spend most of their day moving along the bottom, checking every corner of the tank for food. Because of this behavior, they help reduce leftover food buildup in the aquarium. And finally, they eat food that sinks to the bottom before it starts to rot, which helps keep the tank cleaner. But one of the funniest things about Corys is how they suddenly dart from the bottom of the tank straight up to the surface. When they do that, they look like tiny torpedoes shooting upward. But they're not doing it randomly. They're actually going up to breathe air. Corydoras have a really interesting ability to gulp air from the surface. First, they swim quickly to the top and swallow a small bubble of air. That air then travels through their digestive system to a part of the intestine called the hindgut. The walls of this intestine are very thin and full of tiny blood vessels, which allows oxygen from the air to pass into their bloodstream. After the oxygen is absorbed, the remaining gas is released as a tiny bubble. It's a pretty amazing adaptation that helps Cory fish to survive in environments where oxygen levels in the water can sometimes be low. Now if you see them going up to the surface once in a while, that's completely normal. But if they're doing it very frequently, it might be a sign that something is off in the tank. Like low oxygen levels, poor water circulation, or maybe too many fish in the aquarium. In that case, adding an air stone or improving your filter flow can really help increase oxygen levels and keep your fish healthy. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about aquarium fish and tank life, make sure to like the video and subscribe to tanklife_TV. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.